You good friends with CD?
Yes, sir. Mm-hmm.
Have you always been friends with him? Or just
Nah, not really. Ever since my freshman year, that's when we became close.
You committed April 14th?
Yes, sir.
To you. Who were in your opinion, your top offers? Your most, when you got the offer, you go, whoa.
It would be LSU, Oklahoma, and Alabama.
Okay, and those were your finalists?
That was my finalists. Yes.
All right. So why Oklahoma?
Well, they just made me feel at home every time I came down to the campus, and I talked to the coaches, Coach Simmons, Coach Lincoln. They just made me feel at home, and they made my family proud.
When you consider a college, you're talking about 4 years, maybe 5 years, maybe 3 years. You're thinking about a degree. You're thinking about what you're going to do for the rest of your life. What was important to you when you were picking a college?
Well, what was important to me was really just building a relationship with the coaches, and then like knowing that they have what I want to major in. That was a big step into it too.
What's that? What are you going to major
in? What is it? Business.
Okay. What do you think you might want to do with that? Own business someday?
I don't know yet. I just know I just want to business. That's it.
Yeah, for sure. So, all right, now let's have some fun. What's the Sooner Summit? Tell me about this. Kind of your knowledge of how it kind of started growing, or maybe the origins of it.
All I know is I got a message from Caleb Williams, and he just asked me, "Do you want to come up to Oklahoma with me?" I said, "Oh yeah, for sure." And then he was just like, "We all gonna bond. It's gonna be a brotherhood. We're gonna get to know each other better." And I was like, "I'm down, anytime."
No, this would have been when?
He told me this about a week ago.
Okay.
A week ago.
Wow.
And we just planned it and up and went.
Now Richmond's near Houston, isn't it? So it's a little bit of a travel for you.
About 6.5.
Yeah, not as much as it is for him. So tell me about some of the events that you guys are talking about doing, what you want to do. I hear Top Golf, I hear big dinner tomorrow night kind of thing.
Well, I'm really excited about the big dinner tomorrow in OKC. But then we're going to Top Golf, and we having dinner tonight too.
Is this like an opportunity to bond with guys that you know you're going to play with, guys that you would consider your friends?
Yes, sir. And then we got some guys here that's not committed, so we want to get them to fill in and try to get them to commit.
There's a bunch, isn't there? Like 4, 5, 6 guys,
yes,
some 5 stars and people like that. How important is that to you? I mean, Caleb has told us how important it is to him to build a team around him. Forget the 5-star quarterback; he wants 5-star everywhere. What about yourself? What does that mean to you?
Well, I'm with Caleb too. That's what it takes to win a national championship, and that's our ultimate goal at the end.
You think you guys can do that? Oklahoma's been close.
I think we got the pieces to do it.
What's it going to take?
It's going to take really just being together as a family and execution, really.
Yeah, execution. Tackling. Third down conversions, right? Football stuff.
Yes.
So, what does this say when you look at the commitment that Caleb and his family have made to this weekend, Sooner Summit, 4 days in Oklahoma? What does that say about them as a family?
But that says a lot about them. That says a lot about how they raised Caleb and everything. Them moving down here is really a big sacrifice for their family, because I've been through it before. But I just think that's amazing.
Yeah, they're moving here. So you're going to have everybody in this class, I presume, is going to have like a support system with Caleb's parents. You want to go hang out and grill and shoot hoops at the pool or whatever.
Yes,
I mean, what's that going to be like?
That's going to be real fun. It should bring us all together, like being able in the long run to call his parents mom and his dad. That's really what it's all about. Just becoming closer as friends, family.
Have you met him before this trip?
My first time.
No kidding. What'd you guys do when you first met? A quarterback and a receiver, never met before, but you committed to the same school.
We really just shook hands and just hugged each other, really, because we're gonna be seeing each other a lot now.
Yeah, for sure. Starting next year, next summer, probably. Any thoughts of enrolling early?
Yeah, I'm enrolling early, but I don't think he is.
Okay, I don't think his school will quite let him graduate early or something like that. What can you tell me about trying to be a football player? Not necessarily, padding up and going out and playing a game, because you haven't done that yet, but just working out, building relationships, hanging with your coach during a freaking pandemic.
I know, right? It's really tough, but it's fun at the end of it. Like working out, going eat with your coaches, with your friends, all that. It's really amazing to do that. But at the end, I don't know. Just have to wait and see.
What's the latest for you for Richmond? What's the latest? You guys gonna play?
We supposed to have our first scrimmage on the 25th or something like that, or our first game on the 25th.
Okay. Do you have concerns? Are you nervous at all? Are you scared about the virus or anything like that?
Not at all. Just going out to play.
If you get sick, should be fine. Get over it, right?
Yes, sir.
So recruiting is shut down. I mean, the where you're working out is probably shut down or has been. How do you cope with it?
Well, it's a school. It's a school right down the street from where I live. So me and my dad, we just go work out there. We call my quarterback up. We'll go throw there, and that's how we really do it. But weight rooms and stuff none of them is open. Yeah. So I haven't really been able to get in the weight room a lot.
So what do you do for weights?
Just really push-ups, and we got dumbbells at home, so I just use those.
Okay. They talk about carrying tires and bricks and batteries and stuff like that.
Nah,
none of that. I carry my dog, curl my dog from one side to the other, or laundry. So can you kind of describe, maybe talked to Dennis Simmons on a Zoom call yesterday. Can you maybe describe your relationship with him and the OU coaches and how it started kind of, I guess, before the pandemic, but boom, the pandemic hits and now you've got to play for the guy at some point. You're trying to get to know him. He's trying to get to know you. Your relationship with him and those coaches?
Really, my relationship with Coach Simmons is real close. Like, we text every single day. We'll get on FaceTime calls anytime we want to. I FaceTime call him at night, he'll answer. He FaceTime call me, I'll answer. And that's just really our relationship. And Coach Riley, we got a close relationship too. We don't text as often or FaceTime as often, but every time we get a chance to, we definitely do.
Why is that important to you?
Just to have them feeling like family to me, and then that makes my parents even more like secure to send me down here with them in their hands.
There's got to be a trust with the coaching staff, not just for you and him, but for your parents and him. Yeah, and a communication and commitment to each other. Can you describe that trust and how it kind of builds? Because how do you build that?
I feel like it builds just off coming out talking every day and really getting the coaches on the phone with your parents, not just me, but as my parents too, and them just building a relationship. I think it builds trust too.
Cody, what's your why? When you think about life, when you think about 20 years from now, or when you think about when you were a child growing up, what your parents maybe went through, what drives you? What's important to you?
Well, what's important to me is really my mom. That's really the main thing. She been through a lot. My whole family been through a lot, but my mom, she's been through like hell and back, really. So really, just that's why I do it for her.
Can you elaborate on hell and back, or is
like,
that like too private or something like that?
It's cool. Like when I was younger, and I don't know what grade I was in or how old I was. It was 2011, whenever that was. However old I was, so it was 2011. My mom's dad passed away, and then like a couple months later, really, her mom passed away. So she really don't got a family like that on her side. And then a couple years later, her sister got cancer. She beat it, but it's still hard on her. And that's really her whole side of the family is really who I want to do it for. I have so much support on my dad's side too. I love them to death, but my mom's side, I got to do it.
When you say that's who you want to do it for, I'm assuming you want to get a degree, play in the NFL, help them out financially, that kind of thing?
Yes, sir. Exactly.
Okay. Did you see your mom struggle when you were growing up as a kid? And
yes, sir. I really did see her struggle. Like,
wow.
Bad, but it's all good now.
She's healthy though, right?
Yeah, she's healthy.
Okay.
Yeah, real healthy. We all happy, healthy family.
Yeah, that's a lot to go through though.
We gotta stick together.
Makes you tough, gives you resilience, right? I mean, is that something that you maybe draw from?
Of course.
Tough times make tough people.
And then another thing that just happened, this was a month ago. My cousin, he's my age, he died in a car wreck. Just him by himself died in a car wreck. That made me want to push harder too.
Wow.